Well, there's Monte Ellis. This is how you prepare for a playoff game.
Wow.
Got to make sure that shot is in the arsenal coming in. Of course, Dirk Nowitzki might have that. Tim Duncan?
Timmy said, I need the hugs from my loved ones.
That's right. Easter Sunday. Tony Parker ready to go. Just another playoff spring in San Antonio. Their 17th straight year, and this is what I was talking about. Tony Parker to the paint. Lots of good wishes for our pal Craig Sager, who's undergoing leukemia treatment right now. More on that in a little bit. Parker, 7 points right off the bat for the Spurs. Scored their first 7.
Unbelievable, Matt. Early in this game that Tony really put his imprint on this game.
Tim Duncan, they go on a 12-4 run.
I just want to say to Craig Sager, you're the best. We miss you. Fight your ass off, man. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Well, that sentiment is echoed around the NBA. Devin Harris for Dallas, and he played good minutes for Rick Carlisle. 12-0 run by the Mavericks.
And you know the Mavericks, they controlled the tempo early in the game, and they did a good job from the three-point line, spreading people out and knocking down their three-point shots.
Parker on Harris, and another layup. They couldn't keep him out of there.
No, he lived there all game long, Matt. When things went wrong, as now he said, Pop, I got this. I'm going to get the ball. I'm going to use the pick. I'm going to get to the paint.
He just should circle the lane. Say, I'm going to score in here repeatedly. They can't stop me from getting it to this area, Coach. Speaking of which, Monte Ellis all the way to the cup. He had 9 at the half. Shot clock winding down. Here's Parker. Oh, look where he is.
Well, and Parker, every time they switch the big man out on him, whether it be Dirk or Sean Marion, he made him pay. He got to the basket, and he stayed into the paint the whole game.
Nowitzki from the post, one leg fadeaway. You've seen that a million times. Dallas up on top, 42-40. Half running out. It's Harris. That was kind of a Euro step.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little awkward Euro step, but it worked.
It's very effective.
He hit 13 at the half.
Oh.
Spurs, look at that. It's kind of a Mount Rushmore of Spurs players on a guy's head.
He must have stayed in the barber chair all day for that one.
I guess, yeah. Monte, what do you pay for that, by the way?
I don't know.
That's got to be extra.
Yes,
right?
it is.
Monte Ellis to Sean Marion there. On the other end, Tim Duncan. Everything going his way.
And Duncan had a great game today. He stayed in the paint. He put pressure on the defense. Had great screens. And, you know, he gets a little bump here. The old man gets up, shakes it off. But he found a way to stay in the game and contribute.
Paid the price there a little bit with Monte Ellis' knee hitting the side of his. And as you'll hear in a minute, no big deal. Just kind of tweaked in the knee a little bit. Nothing to worry about. Harris spinning and hitting. It's a big-time move for Harris. And Dallas goes up by 4. Ginobili, no. Thiago Splitter there with the rebound and the layup. And we are tied at 65 through 3. Here's Craig Sager Jr. with Greg Pop.
Great job. Great questions from Craig Jr.
Well, I talked to my dad to see if he had a question. He said, son, you're on your own. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Well, I got to tell you, you did a great job, but I'd rather have your dad standing here. That's what's Craig. We miss you. You've been an important part of all this for a long time, doing a great job. We want your Fanny back on the court, and I promise I'll be nice. Get back here. Good luck.
Bravo.
Good job.
Bravo,
Good job.
Greg Popovich. It's the side of him we hear about from guys who played for him all the time. We don't get to see much on TV. Dirk Nowitzki, the fadeaway, then Devin to Dirk for the layup. Dallas on top, 73-67. Vince Carter drives. He's kicking. Jay Crowder's knocking down a bucket. Unexpected offense gives the Mavericks a 7-point lead. Then Harris to Brandon Wright. Dallas is up by 10, and it's getting late-ish in San Antonio.
We talked about earlier, Matt, good ball movement and player movement. You can get at the Spurs, but then you call timeout, and then the execution kicks in.
But then a 15-0 run by San Antonio. It's Duncan, and it's execution. Parker to Thiago Splitter here.
And those are the big baskets that you want your superstars to make. Duncan makes 2 plays, then Parker comes back on a nice give and go with Splitter. So they made all the big baskets that they needed to make to calm the run down.
And the Mavericks could not buy one. They went almost the entire final 7:45 without a bucket as Parker spins for another bucket. Parker drives, pulls up for a jumper, and San Antonio puts it away with a 19-4 run. A late Dallas basket is all that stood between them and a final 7:45 without a single basket. Spurs take game 1, 90-85.